Hi everybody, this is the football head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the football head, and hopefully you like this video. Since the New York Mets season is over, we're going to talk a lot about the Giants, along with the Mets collapse, but we're going to talk a lot about the Giants. The Giants won their first game, and week 4, they defeated the Chargers, who were 3-0, and it's also the first start, the first game of quarterback Jaxson Dart, and the Dart era has begun, and it came up and started as well as could possibly. The occurrence and the moment was a great moment, and let's get into a whole bunch of stuff. It's from Giants Wire. Rookie Jaxson Dart ignites New York Giants with contagious confidence at first start. Following the announcement, the Giants would turn to rookie Jaxson Dart as their starting quarterback for week 4. There were conflicting reports regarding the team's sentiments about the change. However, on Sunday it became evident that the energy surrounding the team had shifted. Both offensively and defensively, the Giants displayed a more confident effort than in the first 3 weeks of the season. Post-game, Giants offensive lineman Jermaine Elimure commented on the contagious nature of the rookie quarterback's confidence. Quote, "I think the confidence he carries with himself with, and just the swagger he has is contagious. And you know, him in the huddle was a completely different type of energy. That's nothing against Russell. Every quarterback's different, but the way he carries himself and the determination he plays with is huge. And, you know, it just makes me want to run through a brick wall." The team rallied around their young quarterback, and the Jaxson Dart effect undeniably made a difference on Sunday. As head coach Brian Daboll confirmed, Dart will remain the starting quarterback for the remainder of the season. It'll be intriguing to observe whether this confidence and effort persists throughout the remaining 13 games. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You know, after watching the highlights, one of the things I was really had taken notice of is how excited Brian Daboll was on the sideline, interacting with Jaxson Dart. I thought that was, I think he kind of feels like that he finally got the guy that he's wanted here, as the quarterback, and he seems to be beyond himself at this point. Let me read again. Jaxson Dart's win supported Brian Daboll signal hope for New York Giants' future. And this is all on Brian Daboll. This was his decision to start Dart. I mean, you could probably say this, that he figures, well, if I'm going to get fired anyway, why don't I just put the guy out there that I think is the best player and just take my shot? If he fails, at least I gave it my best. That's probably why I did that. Following an 0-3 start to the season, New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll faced mounting pressure, with speculation that his position may be at risk for the remainder of the year, and a move perceived by some as an effort to salvage his job. It certainly was. Daboll named rookie Jaxson Dart as the starting quarterback for Sunday's game. Dart and the Giants secured their first victory of the season, marked by a heartfelt embrace between Daboll and Dart as they walked up the field for post-game handshakes. During his post-game press conference, Dart expressed strong support for his head coach. Quote, "When you have a coach who you know has your back, I'm going to go out there and do everything I can for him," he said. Despite winning only 3 games in their 3rd year, General Manager Joe Schoen and Daboll were retained by leadership during the offseason. While continuity could benefit the Giants moving forward, the team's performance will heavily influence whether the current leadership remains in place for 2026. Dart's success will be instrumental in shaping the legacy of Schoen and Daboll, and it's clear the rookie quarterback is firmly committed to supporting his head coach. Well, we'll see. A lot of it's going to depend on how well he plays, obviously. And it's a great first start, to be honest with you. It couldn't have gotten off any better than it did. Now, here's the report card for what happened in the game. Obviously, the Giants won 23-18 against the Chargers. New York Giants got their first one of 2025, winning 21-18 over the previously undefeated Los Angeles Chargers at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey on Sunday. You can call a victory if you can, as it came at a heavy cost. Star wide receiver Malik Nabers is likely out for the remainder of the season after suffering a knee injury, which we know now, a very difficult injury. Most of the team performed well, and the Giants actually played with some meaning and purpose. This is how they graded the team. On the offense, the Jaxson Dart era got off to a roaring start as the rookie led the Giants on an 86-yard touchdown drive to open the game. Wow. His passing numbers, 13 of 20, 65% for 111 yards and a touchdown, weren't anything to speak of, but he rushed 10 times for 54 yards and a touchdown, which energized the offense. More to come on his performance. Running back Cam Scatterbo had 90 total yards and scored a 2-point conversion. Still, 2 for 5 in the red zone, 1 for 3 in goal-to-go situations. And 250 yards of offense usually leads to a loss. Longest pass play of the day was an 18-yarder to Darius Slayton. Injury to Malik Neighbors put a crimp in the passing game for sure, but it's a start. They given them a B, grade of a B. The Chargers' offensive line came into the game banged up and with 2 key players out. They stole star tackle Joe Alter early on, and the Giants pounced. They were all over quarterback Justin Herbert. Linebacker Brian Burns finished with 5 total tackles, 4 quarterback hits, 1 tackle for a loss, and a sack. Rookie linebacker Abdul Carter had 5 quarterback hits, and outside linebacker Kayvon Thibodeau had 3 quarterback hits and a sack. Nose tackle Dexter Lawrence finished with just 1 tackle, which was for a loss, but recorded his first career interception and returned it 37 yards, nearly scoring a touchdown. Cornerback Drew Phillips had 2 stops, 4 passes defensed, and returned an interception 56 yards. The Giants pitched a shutout in the 4th quarter, something they haven't done quite some time. It led to a win, and they've given them a grade of an A. Special teams. Jude McEnany ended up handling the kicking duties after a dalliance with young Joe Koo this week. Not much was asked of him, but he hit all of his kicks, 2 short field goals and an extra point. Jamie Gillen averaged 48.8 yards per punt with a long of 69 and landed 3 inside the 20. Nice job. The Giants may have found another use for cornerback Deonte Banks. He averaged 27 yards and 2 kickoff returns. The only real flaw is that 2 of McEnany's kickoffs went into the end zone for a touchback, which likely wasn't planned or desired. They're given a grade of A-. On the coaching end, head coach Brian Daboll knows his seat is getting hot. The switch to Dart at quarterback was a wise one, as it gives him a reprieve for at least this season. The Giants still stink in the red zone and have yet to figure some things out. They can get to 2-3 if they win over the hapless Saints this week, which will further solidify his job status. Well, this one was huge, just due to the fact that the Saints are so bad. They can go 2-3. That's a good start for this team. I wasn't expecting them to win this past week against the Chargers, especially with the Chargers being 3-0. But the fact of the matter is this team is still underperforming. They have a lot to clean up. That's quite a burden to put on the shoulders of Dart, who will be without Neighbors going forward. That's a huge hit the Giants took. Not having Malik Neighbors is going to be very difficult. There's no way to sugarcoat that. That is a major hit to the season. And it's a major weapon. That is the weapon. One of the best wide receivers in the game. And it's not going to be easy without him. It's going to be very difficult. We'll see what they are able to do. See if they're able to sort of adjust to it. We'll see if they find somebody that could help them. But right now, that's a major hit for this offense. A major weapon for Jaxson Dart. That would have made his life a whole hell of a lot easier, knowing that he had that kid there running deep. Running routes for him. Well, you let me know what you think about this video, and this is a great start. Hopefully they're turning this thing around and get the respectability for this Giants franchise. And the fact that they won the first game for this kid, this is huge. So, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Football Hut, and I'll see you later.